Oklahoma has had a UFO sighting that is completely blown up news outlets and most of America, with a lot of people covering this, looking up to the sky and wondering what on earth is this. Like I said, this was covered on news stations. This was covered by Ross Coulthart himself. You know, a lot of people are asking a lot of questions about this, whether it's a space launch, whether it's an actual UFO, whether it's something more explainable, maybe like a meteor. And I think we might finally know that it's nothing that we know of. And what I mean by that is, I know that sounds very cryptic, but it's like everything logical goes out the window, because you're gonna see why. So in case you missed it, I don't know how you could have, because it was literally absolutely everywhere, but in Oklahoma on the 4th of March 2024 at around 7:30 p.m. approximately, there was this strange light caught up in the sky with almost like a halo bubble around it. It's very, very hard to describe what it truly is, but when you see the footage, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So here it is.
Oh, wow.
That's a UFO.
Look, it's separating from itself.
No, that's a...
What the hell is that?
That's a UFO.
It's shooting out some sort of...
Sound wave.
What is that? Like some sort of like pulse energy or something. Like...
The big question, what the hell is that? Like, that's what everybody has been asking. And that's what I think has drawn so much attention to this case in particular, because it's unlike something that we've seen before. You know, there's countless UFO sightings across the world almost daily, but it's ones like this that really catch people's attention because it's different. It's what on earth is that? How do I explain that away? Because logically in your brain, you want to be able to say, that's this, that's this, that's this. But when you can't say that's this, that's this, that's this, you ask the question, what on earth is it? And that's what everybody has been trying to discover. So this actually made it onto the Oklahoma news station, and this was their report of the actual event itself. Take a little listen to this.
Object seen in the western Oklahoma City skies.
Maybe you saw this video going around on TikTok. Well, it came from the southwest area of Oklahoma City.
All day, News 4's Caitlin Ogle has been trying to track down where it came from.
Gosh, what is that?
March 4th at 7:29 p.m. Steve Aragona outside the kids.
Everybody was playing out front, and my neighbor Kevin goes, "Hey Steve, take a look at this." And we look up, and this white thing appeared in the sky. Everybody had their opinions on what it was.
Not a shooting star.
No, it's moving too slow for a shooting star.
Oh, wow.
That's a UFO.
Look, it's separating from itself.
Look, it's a sound wave.
Like Steve, we wanted to know what it was. So we caught up with OU aerospace professor Kim Carson. He was bowling with his senior league.
It looked like a normal ascent of a rocket with a booster separation staging. It's a new blast, if you will, of oxidized propellant coming off the separation of that first stage.
On March 4th, SpaceX had a launch from Cape Canaveral. That was at 6:56 Eastern Time, 5:56 Oklahoma time. Steve saw this at 7:29.
Right now, we're facing west. You can see it here on my compass. And we're told the object was seen over there, just over those roofs. Now I know what you're thinking. This was probably from SpaceX in Florida. But if that was the case, they would have seen it over here.
Exactly.
Wayne Harris Wyrick is a local astronomer.
If you look very carefully at that, there's kind of like two bright spots.
He has his own theories.
I looked at all the launches from SpaceX and other publicly announced launches. My best guess is Bandon Air Force Base launched some sort of secret military flight into to do whatever it is they do in orbit.
That's in California. We called, but a public affairs representative told us the timing of their launches also don't add up. Until we find out more, experts say keep looking up.
I'm just glad people are outside looking up in the sky.
In Oklahoma City, Caitlin Ogle, Oklahoma's News 4.
We have contacted both Space Force bases on each sides of the coast, along with a number of Air Force bases across the country, only to be directed to other bases. We'll keep you posted.
And I guarantee our viewers will be sending us ideas of what they think of it.
Yeah. Oh.
So there you go. Obviously, like they said, everyone kind of jumped on the idea, well, it's SpaceX, well, it's rocket launchers, well, it's this, well, it's that, well, it's that. And all of these theories have been debunked because SpaceX was in Florida, which was on the opposite side. You've got, you know, military bases, and it doesn't quite add up. So what was it? Now, Caitlin Ogle, who was part of the kind of interview there, or news anchor person, she said that she spoke out and said they reached out to all of these military bases and they had no confirmation of any of the launches or whether the timings would add up to the sighting of this. So that person from Arrow is chatting utter nonsense because there's nothing on record to show that this would have been an actual rocket launch. But this is what she posted to her private TikTok account. Take a look at this.
What is that?
March 4th at 7:29 p.m. Steve Aragona outside with his kids.
You look up and this white thing appeared in the sky. Everybody had their opinions on what it was.
Not the shooting star.
No, it's moving too slow for a shooting star.
Oh, wow.
That's a UFO.
Look, it's separating from itself.
No, those are satellites.
It looked like normal ascent of a rocket with a booster separation staging. It's a new blast, if you will, of oxidized propellant coming off the separation of that first stage.
Right now, we're facing west. You can see it here on my compass.
Now, obviously, all of these things completely debunk the original theory of it being a human launch, if you will. So she said in the description, did you see this? Is it a UFO? What do you think it is? We're still trying to figure out what it was. Experts believe it was some sort of launch into space. We've contacted numerous Air Force or Space Force bases. No answers thus far. Tell me what you think and I'll make the calls. There's literally nothing that indicates what this could possibly be. Now, the man, the myth, and the absolute friggin' legend, Ross Coulthart, was asked about this on a News Nation interview about the Oklahoma UFO, and here we go.
This new video out of western Oklahoma City. I know you have seen plenty of UAP video. What is making this one in particular stand out?
I'm fascinated by the fact that apparently it has a glow, that the people who were there on the ground described seeing a kind of a faint glow around it. And then you've got that weird sort of circle that is adjacent to it. It's very hard to sort of make a determination just on the basis of one video, because you obviously want to look at flight tracker and see if there were planes in the area. I note that you've checked with SpaceX and there were no space flights that could possibly explain it. But it's very strongly indicative of a lot of objects that frankly never get explained, that appear in skies, not just over America, but all over the world. Objects that appear spherical at times, but also have this weird pulsing blue glow about them. And frankly, it's a mystery that even the Pentagon admits it can't explain. And that's why, even though we've got this report that came down this week, begrudgingly, between all the fine print, there's still the admission made by the Pentagon's UFO investigation office that there is a genuine UAP mystery being seen by tens of thousands of people all over the world.
Yeah, let's start with this new video.
When a man like Ross Coulthart cannot explain it away, you know you're onto something that is good. And, you know, it was hugely talked about. Like I said, no one can understand what this is. You could explain it away up until that weird glow that kind of comes out of it, and no one seems to know what it is. It's not breaking the sound barrier because it's not going quick enough. It's not like light because it's the density of the clouds doesn't kind of correlate with the light itself. So what is it? What could this be? That's the question. Do you have any suggestions? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below, because I can't think of anything other than a UFO, because everybody's scratching their head. No one's come up with a logical explanation thus far. Maybe you guys will. I don't know. I hope you will, because I'd love to look at it from a different perspective, but I can't see how it could be anything else. Now, while you're down there talking about what this could possibly be sure to jump together the hell out of that like button if you have not already. Subscribe if you're new and tickle my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload. And until next time, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed. I cannot wait to see you in the next one, and I'll speak to you later. Peace.